Ever wondered if you're unintentionally shortening your dog's life by making common, well-meaning mistakes? Picture this. You're doing everything you can to keep your dog happy, feeding them the best food you can afford, taking them on long walks, giving them tons of love. But beneath all of that care, you might be making some crucial mistakes without even knowing it. Mistakes that could be leading to long-term health problems, vet bills that make you break into a sweat, and even, heartbreakingly, cutting years off your dog's life. Now, what if I told you that one of these mistakes could be happening right now in your very own kitchen? Or even when you're out on a leisurely walk, totally unaware of the hidden dangers? If you're like most dog parents, you want the best for your furry friend, but some of the most innocent actions could be doing more harm than good. Let's dive into the top health mistakes dog parents make. Mistakes you definitely don't want to be guilty of. First up, feeding. It seems simple, right? Pour the kibble into the bowl and voila. But this is where it gets tricky. Overfeeding is one of the biggest and most common mistakes dog owners make. Sure, those puppy eyes could make you feel guilty enough to give an extra treat or a bit more food. But what you might not know is that this generosity can lead to serious health consequences. Extra weight in dogs can cause problems like diabetes, heart disease, and even arthritis. It's tempting to spoil them, but being overgenerous with food can literally take years off their lives. On the flip side, underfeeding can be equally dangerous. You might think you're being cautious, but when dogs don't get enough nutrients, it leads to malnutrition, weakened immune systems, and less energy for your dog to enjoy life. Striking the right balance is key. And yes, the right amount varies by breed, activity level, and age. So no, a one-size-fits-all approach doesn't work here. Now, onto something that's often overlooked: dental care. We all love that moment when our dog smiles at us. But have you ever really looked at their teeth? If your dog's breath could knock you out, it's a sign that something is wrong. Dental hygiene is something most dog parents tend to neglect, often thinking that chew toys and dental treats will do the trick. While those help, they're not enough. Dental disease is incredibly common in dogs, and without regular cleaning, it can lead to infections, heart disease, and even kidney problems. Imagine living with a constant toothache and not being able to tell anyone. That's what many dogs are going through. And it doesn't have to be that way. Brushing their teeth might sound daunting, but trust me, it's far easier than dealing with a hefty vet bill later down the road. Plus, it'll make those puppy kisses a lot more pleasant. Next up is a mistake that's a little less obvious but just as critical: mental stimulation. We often think about physical exercise, making sure our dogs get enough walks, playtime, and outdoor time. But what about their mental well-being? Dogs are incredibly intelligent creatures, and just like humans, they need mental stimulation to stay happy and healthy. Boredom in dogs leads to destructive behaviors: chewing up furniture, digging holes in your yard, or even non-stop barking. Sound familiar? If your dog is exhibiting any of these behaviors, chances are they're bored out of their minds. You wouldn't leave a child in a room all day with nothing to do, so why do the same to your dog? Simple games, puzzle toys, and training exercises can work wonders for their mental health, and it's something we often underestimate. A mentally stimulated dog is a happy dog, and it's far easier to prevent bad habits from forming when they're engaged and entertained. Now, let's talk about something a lot of dog parents think they're being helpful with: using human medications for their dog. It seems logical, right? If you're feeling under the weather, you grab a painkiller or cold medicine. So when your dog is in pain, why not offer them the same? But here's the thing: human medication is not designed for dogs, and something as seemingly harmless as ibuprofen can be fatal for your furry friend. A single ibuprofen tablet can cause kidney failure in dogs, and other medications can have similarly devastating effects. Before you give your dog anything, always consult with your vet. You might think you're saving time or money, but you're actually putting your dog at serious risk. One of the sneakier mistakes involves not paying attention to breed-specific health needs. Just like people, dogs aren't all created equal, and different breeds have unique health concerns. For example, if you have a bulldog, you're likely familiar with their breathing issues. Bulldogs and other brachycephalic breeds are prone to respiratory problems, and not managing these can lead to serious complications. Meanwhile, larger breeds like German Shepherds or Great Danes are more prone to joint issues like hip dysplasia. Smaller dogs like Dachshunds are at higher risk for back problems. Even mixed-breed dogs can inherit health issues from one of their parent breeds. Ignoring these specific needs can mean overlooking potential health problems until it's too late. Knowing your dog's breed and understanding the specific risks they face can help you make better choices, from their diet to their exercise routine, and even the kind of medical care they receive. Think about this. You wouldn't treat a marathon runner and a couch potato the same way, right? Well, the same logic applies to dogs. Breed-specific care is crucial, and by understanding what your dog is predisposed to, you can prevent issues from escalating. Preventative care is always cheaper and kinder than reactive care. But let's not forget one of the most overlooked health mistakes, assuming that exercise is all about the walk. Yes, walks are great, but they're just a small part of your dog's exercise needs. Many dog parents don't realize that their pet needs more varied types of exercise to stay fit and happy. For some dogs, especially high-energy breeds like Border Collies or Huskies, a simple stroll around the block is like taking a marathon runner on a 5-minute jog. It's just not enough. They need more intense physical activity to burn off their energy, or they'll find other, less desirable ways to get it out. If you have a high-energy dog, try adding some variety to their exercise. Think agility training, fetch, or even swimming. Lastly, there's the emotional health aspect that often gets forgotten. Dogs are emotional creatures, and they can pick up on your mood, stress, and anxiety. If you're constantly stressed, don't be surprised if your dog starts acting out. Just like humans, dogs can experience stress, and this can affect their physical health as well. Keeping a calm and consistent environment at home can make a world of difference for your dog's well-being. So as we wrap this up, let's think about how all of these mistakes fit together. You may be doing everything you can for your dog's health, but missing just one of these key factors can lead to bigger problems down the road. Taking a holistic approach, one that includes physical, mental, and emotional health, will help you give your dog the best, happiest life possible. And really, isn't that what every dog deserves?